Chapter 17. 6 months later. You promised Sapanji, I said, using a hand fan to cool myself. I had come to his house a third time. Sarpanch Gobi, the man in charge of Amba village, had assured me that every child in his village would come to school. His wife brought us 2 glasses of lukewarm sattu, a roasted powder of pulses, and lentils mixed in water. I wished it was a little cooler and less sweet, but drank it anyway. The 60-year-old Sarpanch wore a greyish-white turban matching his clothes. I thought they joined school. We sent 8 children, he said. They stopped coming after a week. So, what can I do, Rajkumar Sahib? I tried. You have to tell them to commit to it. School isn't like visiting the village fair. It takes years to get educated. And what do they do with it? Excuse me, it's almost free. Where is the problem? Gopi paused to look at me. He took out a beedi from his pajama pocket and lit it. Time. Their parents would rather the children help in the fields. And what will they do when they grow up? They will grow up only if they have food. They need to work in the fields for that. I felt silent. You can't win over villagers with an argument. You have to listen to what they have to say. The serpent took a deep puff from his beedi. You studied in a big city, he said. Yes. Why? Big city types never get it. Without knowing us, they have all the answers for us. I am from here. You know that, Sarpanji. I know, Rajkumarji. But what do these poor farmers' kids do with the A, B, C and 1, 2, 3 you teach them? What do you mean? A farmer sends his small child to school. Sounds great. But what does the school give them? Education. What is he without education? What will he do if, say, you make him an 8th class pass from tomorrow? Will he get a better job? More money? Nothing. It's a useless qualification. Here, he at least helps at home. What is his future? I said, confused about how to convince someone about something as basic as schooling. He has no future. Like his father, he will also work in the fields and try to survive. Schools are for rich people. I hung my head. Don't make the poor dream of having a future, Rajkumarji. The schools you have don't help us get ahead in life. So, we don't send our kids there. It's as simple as that. We are not village idiots who don't know better. I nodded. On the one hand, I had to increase enrollments, and on the other hand, I couldn't fault his logic. Anything I can do to help you? I asked as I stood up to leave. His own little grandkid lurked behind him, watching me with curiosity. Help us get water. Kids in the village walk 2 kilometers for it every day. If that ends, we will send them to school. Every politician's office always has people waiting outside. On a per capita basis, netters meet more people than anyone in any other profession on earth. MLA Oja's home come office was packed. Groups of villagers sat outside on the veranda, each with a set of complaints or demands. Pankaj, the MLA's secretary, offered to push me ahead in the queue. I declined. I had little interest in my entitlements as a fake prince. The villagers waited silently. There is something about people with no hope for a better future in life. You can identify them from their expression. Most of all, it is in their eyes, which don't sparkle anymore. They aren't sad eyes, they are resigned eyes. The villagers had accepted that life would be what happened to them, not what they made of it. After all, this was rural Bihar. You can't decide one day to work hard and make it big in life. Nobody will let you. You have ramshackle schools that teach you how to read and write, but not help you make it in life. Even if you did educate yourself, you would find no jobs. What is the point of dreaming big? It is better to sit, wait, and retire from life. What have you come here for? I asked one of the village elders. Power. We get it 1 hour a day in our village, Bastipur. Not enough to pump water. We want to ask for 2 more hours. That's it. The man wanted 3 hours of power in 24 hours. And even for that, he had to wait to meet his leaders with folded hands. There must be millions of Indians like this, I thought. A lot more than those who attend sushi parties on Aurangzeb Road, for instance. I waved a bunch of flies away. Pankaj came up to me. Come, Oja sir. Doesn't like it that you are waiting outside. Pankaj said. I'm fine, really, I said. Oja came out of his office. You are sitting on the floor? He said, surprised. Like everyone else, I said. He looked around. Enough now. Just come in, Madhavji, he said. We sat in the MLA's living room. His wife brought me orange juice. You should have just walked in, he said. I didn't want the villagers to think you give me preferential treatment, I said. Now the villagers will say that I made the Prince of Dumran sit on the floor. Trust me, they care more about class than fairness. Anyway, what brings you here? I need help for my school and some hand pumps for the nearby villages. Your school, I can understand, Oda said as he raised his eyebrows just a little. But hand pumps for villages? Yes, in Amwa. You're turning into a social worker or entering politics? None of this. The kids are not allowed to go to school. They have to walk 2 kilometers to fill water. More hand pumps in villages. More enrollment in my school. Ah, the MLA said as he finished his glass of orange juice. Thank God. He burst into laughter. I sat there puzzled. If you join politics, my job is in danger, he guffawed. Don't worry, I will not. Also, my school needs help. I know, your mother told me. It needs repairs worth lakhs. Unfortunately, it is not a government run school. But it is the only option for our kids. You want something to eat? My wife made pakoras. I shook my head. If you could help with the school, I said, as he interrupted me. Rajkumar ji, Madhav, please call me Madhav. Okay, Madhav ji. See, my MLA funds are limited. I have to repair roads, fix power, and install hand pumps. In fact, I have already run out. How about the state education minister? Oja laughed. His laugh gave away the answer. It's Bihar. You should know, he said. So you can't do anything? You want a personal donation from me? I am a humble government servant, he said. No, that is not what I came for. I felt the local government should support the only proper school in the area. Parents of these kids vote for you. They do. However, they also have other more important issues they want me to focus on. I stood up to leave. You sure you don't want to try the pakoras? An angry Rani Sahiba is not a pretty sight. I sat at the dining table, eating pulao and raita for dinner. She stood before me. Sit, I said. Stand up, she said, her voice calm. Too calm, in fact. I flicked the rice from my fingers and stood up. What happened? I said. I am allowing you to help out in the school. It doesn't mean you do whatever you want. What did I do? I said. You went to meet that arrogant MLA without telling me? I thought he might help. We can't run the school without toilets forever. Him. He wants the royal family to look bad? Why? How else will he look good? I kept quiet. Sit, my mother said. We both sat down, facing each other at the dining table. The huge dining cum living room was eerily silent as she spooned some rice onto her plate. "What did he say anyway?" she said. "He said he had no money left from his fund because he ate it all up," my mother said. "Sometimes I wish I had not declined the ticket." "What ticket?" "His party had asked me to contest last time." "Why do you think Oja is so insecure about our family?" "Contest elections? You didn't tell me." "Well," my mother said, "I wasn't interested." "And did you have time in Delhi to listen to your mother?" "I was studying, Ma, or playing basketball." The mention of basketball, without any warning, made me go blank. "But you never really listened me, even when you called." "Wonder what kept you so distracted there." "No girl and all, no?" I kept quiet. "Was there?" she said and laughed. "Can't imagine you having a girlfriend." "Pass me the raita," I said. "Say no if there was someone." I shook my hand. "What? Nobody." "You sure? Why have you become all quiet?" my mother said. "I missed the game. You mentioned basketball. I haven't played in a long time." "So go play. Go to Raj High School. People still play there." I nodded. "In fact," my mother said, "you could even..." She turned silent mid sentence. "Even what?" "Nothing." "Say it." "Was going to say you could even teach the kids at school. But we don't have a court or the money for it," I said, my voice irritated. "So I didn't mention it. Anyway, you go play. It will clear your head." "My head is fine." "See how you talk to your mother. If your head was fine, you wouldn't have gone to the MLA. I just wanted to help." "Enough. Eat your food." My mother still treated me as if I was 10 years old. The funny thing was, I let her.